Hello guys, how are you doing? One of the greatest televangelists of all time, Reinhard Bonnke, is dead. He died today, and they say that he died in his family home at the age of 79, which means he already knew he was gonna die if he died in his family home. Okay, well, maybe not his family home, but they said he was surrounded by his family and he died peacefully. That's the way they put it. So the details of his death have not yet been exposed to the public, but I know eventually the story is gonna come out and I'll be the first to give you the full story. But he was born in 1940, so he's 79 years old this year. And Bonnke has been an evangelist and missionary in Africa since 1967. This man has always come to Africa to hold really big crusades. He has been coming to Nigeria and has been holding not just Nigeria, several African countries. It was from Africa that he made a lot of his fortune. This man is very rich. This kind of thing, it's not easy to know how much he's really worth, but from according to some article on the internet, he's worth $4 million, and everywhere they mention that he's worth that amount, you will see that he made his money from Africa. His popularity as a missionary grew throughout Africa and granted him the fame and fortune necessary to have a network of $4 million. So one of the biggest miracles Reinhard Bonnke did was in 1999 when he came to Nigeria and supposedly resurrected a dead man, and that resurrection happened exactly like the way that of Lazarus and Pastor Alf Lukau happened. He was in a crusade. A woman drove her husband, who had spent 3 days in the mortuary, to the venue of the crusade, and then the crusade got interrupted, and Reinhard Bonnke did his miracle, and the man got resurrected. Nowadays, we are beginning to question such because there are now cameras. We can now see whether the person was actually breathing or not. Like in the case of that Lazarus of Alf Lukau that happened, I think it's earlier this year. From the camera, we could see that the guy was actually breathing and he was gasping for breath. So when they finally opened the casket, the guy froze his mouth wide open. So, that's one of his biggest miracles, and it's on YouTube. You could go where it's on YouTube where he's discussing it. Now, his life had a controversy, and it's happened in Nigeria. They said in 1991, during Bonnke's visit to Kano, Nigeria, there were riots in the city as Muslims protested over remarks he had reportedly made about Islam in the city of Kaduna on his way to Kano. A rumor was spread that Bonnke was planning to lead an invasion into Kano. Muslim youths gathered at the Kofa Mata Aid ground and where they were addressed by several clerics who claimed that Bonnke was going to blaspheme Islam. About 8,000 youths gathered at the Emir's palace, and afternoon prayers, the riots ensued, during which many Christians sustained various injuries and several churches were burned. After 9 years, he returned to Nigeria to preach. So, I don't know, they didn't write that people died, okay, but people sustained a lot of injuries and many churches went down. So, that is him. You can go to Wikipedia and read more, and you can see his life is dotted by visits to Africa. That's where he makes a lot of, that's where he built his ministry, made a lot of his income, and a lot of his miracles happened there, okay. He filled stadiums, over 34,000 seater stadiums. And on YouTube, there's a place he talked about the miracle. I'll try and put the link. The miracle of raising the dead. I think that's his biggest miracle in Nigeria. If you check out, if you go to YouTube now and search for Reinhard Bonnke raising the dead, you will see where they are discussing it. Remember that this is a scripted interview where the lady already had a list of questions to ask him, and somehow he already knew. So you can go there, search for his for how he explained the miracle to have happened. So that's not the only time. He was one of those people that started all those kind of dare I say some of these miracles where you see he's trying to, this is supposed to be that he is healing this man of blindness. This kind of thing, there's no way to know whether this man was actually blind before, based on what they told us in the microphone right there. If it's now that there is social media, people can actually identify this man and know whether he was actually blind before or not. So he did, when he was younger, in his 40s, 50s, he did a lot of miracles like this in Nigeria, and he pulled, if Reinhard Bonnke is coming then, who remembers those days? If Bonnke is coming, there's a lot of crowd. There'll be a lot of crowd. He was the one that really started this in a big way before a number of Nigerian pastors took over. Okay, then there are instances where he prayed for Benny Hinn and Benny Hinn's wife. I would like you guys to go check. So, but generally I'll stop here. Okay, thank you guys. See you guys as I bring you more updates on the exact details of how he died and all, and the reactions of some other prophets and preachers in the ministry, and some of his children in the Lord. You know, he mentored some of the pastors we have in Nigeria, and he has very close relationships with some of them. Thank you guys. See you. Don't forget to subscribe if this is the first time you're watching any of my videos.